Hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
Hello, Happy New Year.
It's our first OpenLab of 2023, so
Yes.
welcome.
Welcome.
Was
New
that
year,
music
new
loud?
vibes.
What's
No,
that, Jeff?
it was
Was that
perfect.
kind of loud? Okay.
No, it
Yeah.
was good. It was really good.
All
I
right.
like that.
Yeah,
Shout out to Angie,
yeah,
Mhm.
for
our
sure.
team, who did that. Nice job. I liked it.
Yeah, she did a great job with it.
She did.
So, anyway, we hope everybody's holiday season was good and welcome. Yeah, as always, wherever you're catching us, YouTube or Facebook, just comment there in the comments field and we'll see it. And that's also where you'll enter for swag, etc. So anyway, I'm
Yeah.
going to turn it over to. Before we do that, how was your holiday season, Kim?
It was great. It was great. It was crazy. And in the week between Christmas and New Year, I didn't know what day of the week it was ever. So that was fun. I took naps. I lived the dream. I really did.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
That sounds
I
incredible. I
took
did the
naps.
same thing.
That's all I can tell you. And that never happens. So how about you guys?
It's good.
Same.
Yeah.
Nice.
Relaxing.
Saw the new Avatar.
I did
Oh, is it
too,
good?
but not willingly.
I think so. I think it was okay. It was very I haven't seen the original since it came out in theaters, so that was like 13 years ago,
Yeah,
2009.
2009. Yeah.
Yeah,
Long
so
time ago.
Yeah.
I was a
Well,
little lost.
there was a lot of water montage and a
Yep.
lot of teen angst montage. My friend and I went to see, well, what we wanted to see was Violent Night, the Santa,
Oh, yeah.
movie with David Harbour. And when we got there, they were like, "Oh, sorry, that's actually not playing today."
Oh.
And
Oh,
we
man.
really didn't have. We had already bought our snacks, already had
Oh.
the tub of popcorn and the drinks. So they were like, "Well,
Man.
what's playing in the next few minutes?" And she's like, "Avatar." And we had a conversation in the car on the way there about how we didn't want to see Avatar. We didn't want to sit there for 3.5 hours, but we did.
Oh, wow.
It was okay.
Right, yeah, it was okay.
It was pretty.
Yeah. Did
It
you
was
see it in 3D at least?
No,
No. Oh,
no, we
no.
weren't about to pay the extra for the 3D. No, I didn't want to be there in the first place.
Every time I've done that, my glasses are always scratched or something. So it's like,
Yeah, right.
I
I
just
know. And
forget
movies are
it.
expensive. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
it sounds like
speaking of the
relaxing
new
holidays.
year, you guys, I don't know if any of you follow like the Chinese zodiac. And if you guys have been using IL for a while, you might know we have, our domestic team here in the United States, but we also have a small development team in China. And we're coming up on that Chinese New Year this month on the 22nd. And 2023 is the year of the rabbit. So just for fun, I looked up my Chinese zodiac year, which is 1972. And as it turns out, I was born in the year of the rat, which was disappointing. To say the
Sorry, you said you're born in the year of the what?
The rat. The year of the
Oh.
rat. Very ha ha ha. You're hilarious. Yep.
I couldn't resist.
Year of the rat. But somehow both of my kids, who are 12 years apart, were both born in years of the dragon, 2012. And that's what I want to be, because dragons are awesome. But when I wear my Game of Thrones shirt that says Mother of Dragons, it's totally true now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Very true.
And do you guys know who else was born in Year of the Dragon, 1952?
Patrick Swayze.
Yes, everyone's favorite bar cooler, Patrick Swayze. So now my kids are
Oh.
officially and irrefutably cooler than me. So.
Yeah, they got that connection.
I know. And as most of you who are joining us know, especially if you've joined us on a regular basis, Jeff had mentioned swag. We love to give away free IL swag every episode of OpenLab. And since it's the new year, and that's in full swing, we just want to know what your New Year's resolutions are. So if you would like a chance to win some IL swag, just answer the question, what's your top New Year resolution, in the comments section, along with hashtag resolutions, and your name will automatically be entered into the drawing at the end of the show. Just remember to add the hashtag resolutions along with your answer. That's actually the most important part. It's the hashtag that the system pulls your name from to automatically get your name in there. So answer the question what your top New Year resolution is, put in hashtag resolutions, and at the end, we'll have our drawing as always.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, sorry, Kim, I couldn't resist when I saw that's what you were going to talk
That was
about.
really funny.
Had to do it.
And as
Sorry.
soon as you asked that, I knew there was a graphic coming. I knew. I just didn't know what it was.
Look, we have a really good first New Year's resolution to have no
that is-
To have
resolution.
no resolution. You
I
know,
don't either.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get it.
either. I don't want to set
get it.
myself up to fail.
I know, right? I mean, I did set some, but yeah, I don't normally. But this year I was like, yeah, I guess I'll decide to do some things to better myself. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Just take small steps. Don't
Yeah.
make it into a big
And
thing.
listen, you guys, as always, if you have questions about IL specifically, I know that there's already been at least a question. We will get to them throughout the episode. So don't worry. If you ask the question early on, we'll jump in and answer.
Yeah. I already see one that is probably going to come true this episode. Somebody's resolution.
Definitely get
Jeremy,
that question answered.
you might,
I didn't even see
get that question answered.
Jeremy, I
So,
promise. We will. We
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
We just, we got to get through some of the silly stuff first. And then we'll go back.
But there's also some important information we have to get through. And speaking
Yes.
of which,
Yes. Oh, well, I was going to say that. Well, all right. I guess it's not as silly as our Roadhouse
time for
references.
Kim's Corner.
All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Kim's Corner. So since we're talking about New Year's resolutions, I figured we should talk about some resolutions that any small business owner can make for 2023. You guys are sharing your resolutions with us in the comments, and I mentioned I had some. My top resolutions, it's nothing, there's nothing unique, and it's nothing fun. It's just to cut down on junk food, start exercising regularly, and try to take care of myself more. And I say try because it's a resolution, not a promise or a miracle. So I will try to do that. But you guys as small business owners, I'm sure you're always thinking ahead and trying to plan out how best to run your business and increase your profits. I don't own a business myself, so I'm not here to tell you how to run yours. I just wanted to throw out a few common sense little things that anyone can do to help their business become more successful in the coming year. So the first thing is to increase your ad spending and social media presence. When you take a look at what you budget every year for advertising, be brutally honest with yourself. Are you really doing everything you can to increase your brand awareness and reach your target audience? Think about increasing that budget just a few percentage points, or even as much as 10 or 20% if you can afford it. If you look at it from a customer's point of view, think of it this way. There are so many options out there for consumers. Why should you spend your money on one brand versus another? Which brands do you buy? What makes you buy them? Are you more likely to trust a brand name you know well, that you see all the time? What kinds of ads do you find yourself drawn to? Where do you see those ads? So once you take a look at it from a buyer's perspective, that should help you figure out the where and the how to get your business's name out there. Know your demographic and whether it changes due to social and economic factors. Like, for example, if your target demographic is 18 to 25-year-olds who spend most of their free time on TikTok, and you do some research and find that most of that age group tend to prefer ads that are funny or socially conscious, then you've just figured out the who and the how as far as what you're going to advertise in your brand. If you have employees and you can afford to hire a marketing person like we just did, who can follow and identify trends for you, that's awesome. But if not, just remember that one of the greatest things about having so much information at our fingertips now is that you can do market research on your own for a small business without spending even more money to hire someone. Next, resolve to not be afraid of all the what ifs. When you own your own business, there are so many negative what ifs that you might be tempted to focus on. What if people stop buying my products? What if there's a major financial emergency that hurts my business? What if we go into a full-blown recession? I get it. It's terrifying to think about all the things that might happen to you that you have no control over. But worrying about these things is only going to hold you back from making bold decisions for your business and will just make you sick with worry and stress. Now, I'm not, am I suggesting you should move forward blithely, without a care in the world or pay no attention to the economy or your own personal situation? Of course not. But there's a lot of middle ground between being oblivious to the world around you and constantly letting fear of the unknown control decisions that you make for yourself and for your business. Make a business plan, set goals, and just be ready to adapt and diversify if possible if things don't go according to the plan. You always have to have a plan B in place, and don't get too discouraged by setbacks because that's all part of the learning curve. And quite frankly, it just comes with the territory of running a business. Another thing you can resolve to do that goes hand in hand with your advertising and social media presence is just pay careful attention to customer feedback if you aren't already doing that. We tell our customers all the time, without you guys, there is no inventory lab. We may not be able to implement every change or feature that everyone wants. I mean, that's just not realistic. But we absolutely take our users' opinions and ideas very seriously. Our customer feedback provides the actual roadmap for how we do business, what updates and feature improvements we provide, and it gives us a clear picture of how we're doing overall. Listen to your customers, even the ones who have nothing nice to say about your products or your customer service, because even though some people just want to be miserable and take everyone down with them, a lot of times people do have legitimate complaints and just want to be heard, even if they don't necessarily go about it in the best way. And that's a great segue into the next resolution: resolve to provide superior customer service. So you might think you have the most awesome customer service in the industry. You may believe your return policies and response time is the best that it can be, but trust me, it can always be better. You could set goals to increase your response time, better ways for customers to reach you, and better solutions to their problems. Maybe you can even afford to hire more customer support staff this year, or maybe you can incentivize the employees you already have so they feel more appreciated and motivated to really help customers. Because we all know customer support can often be a really frustrating, stressful, and thankless job. Some of you are doing it all by yourselves. You don't even have a support staff. Let the staff you do have know how much you appreciate the work they're doing, because most of the time they're the face and voice of the company. They're the ones in the trenches seeing up close and personal what people are happy, but more often unhappy about the way you're running the business. And if you're doing everything all by yourself, just take a moment to think about whether your customer service is suffering because you can't hire staff or because you haven't hired staff, and check to see if that's a possibility in the 2023 budget. I'll give you guys a good example of something I dealt with over the holidays that got me thinking about customer service. I ordered a Chicago Bears shirt for my husband for Christmas. I won't say the name of the company on the air, but it was a terrible experience all around. I ordered the shirt 2 full days before their supposed guaranteed Christmas delivery cutoff date. It was getting really close to the 25th. Shirt hadn't even shipped yet. And I reached out via their email form. I sent multiple emails from my personal email account. And I even tagged them on Twitter, since it appeared the only people they were even acknowledging were the ones calling them out on social media for everyone to see. They claimed to have live chat and even went so far as to put chat hours on their website, but that was a joke because guess what? There was no chat feature. I looked all over the internet. I found complaint after complaint about people having the very same issue as me. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of complaints filed with the Better Business Bureau. The company's Instagram account went dark. And on the 23rd, they sent a mass email out saying the order wouldn't deliver by Christmas. I mean, you think? Because of the snowstorm that hit the East Coast. And I reached out to them saying my order should have shipped well before that weather event, so that was no excuse. Several days later, I got another form email saying my shirt finally shipped. It did deliver. But to this day, they still have not responded to a single message I sent. They didn't answer my Twitter message, nothing. I told them I wanted a refund, and of course that hasn't happened, but they charged my card the minute I placed the order. Now, I'm sure all of you are running your businesses more efficiently than that, but just remember your customers, especially in the digital age, can make or break you. This company now has hundreds of negative customer reviews and comments online, and there are a lot of people, myself included, who will never order from them again. So how could they have handled that whole situation differently? Well, if they were overwhelmed and understaffed, the first thing they should have done is either move the cutoff date or put a big disclaimer on the website saying they couldn't guarantee any deliveries by Christmas and for people to just get their orders in ASAP. That at least sets an expectation right from the get-go, even if it prevents some people from ordering from them. And then they could have sent a mass email to customers apologizing for the delays and not just jumping on the ready-made excuse of a winter storm, which really shouldn't have impacted any of the orders that were placed on time. We all live in the post-pandemic world together. If there's one thing we're all familiar with, it's companies being understaffed and overwhelmed. We get it. But if you're not able to keep your promises to customers and follow through, own it. Take responsibility and act like you give a damn. Some people will still be upset, but on the whole, we humans are a pretty forgiving bunch. and a no excuses made apology still carries a lot of weight. Finally, last but certainly not least, like I've said before, remember to take care of yourself. Whether you're a small business owner, you work for one, you're a single parent, you're part of a 2-parent household that's just struggling, try to resolve to put more time aside for yourself and your mental, emotional well-being, whatever that looks like for you. You're not much good to anyone else if you're tired, sick, or just emotionally unwell. Okay? And that's it for this week's edition of Kim's Corner.
I'm a little disappointed. You may have not have heard the Bears theme song playing.
I did, Jeff, but I because I'm busy kind of like getting through what I'm saying. I was like, is that it sounds, but I'm like, well, what if it's coming from my computer and I don't realize it's going through my head?
I saw you were talking about the Bears, so I thought I'd add some.
Well, what's really funny is when Chris and I got married, we actually hired a violinist to play at the wedding because it was an outdoor wedding in a flower garden.
Oh,
and
pretty.
as we were after the ceremony, as we were walking away, she played Bear Down on the violin.
Oh, wow.
It was really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like on the way in, she played something really nice, but then on the way out, we just had her play the song. So.
That's cute.
And then when we walked in our reception, it was the Monday Night Football theme.
Oh, so, perfect.
Yeah, we had fun. So sorry. I just get in the zone. I'm just like, I just have to get.
Oh, no, yeah.
And I
didn't want to throw you off either, but I thought, oh, this will be a nice touch. We'll have a little Bears theme going.
Sorry, I gave you a big thumbs down when you said the Bears thing because Packers fan, so I have to remain loyal.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not wearing the shirt. He is. Okay.
True.
I gave up on them in like week 3 this year. I got to be honest. So.
Yeah. All right, and that leads right into another favorite.
Books Keep. Yeah.
Books.
Are you guys sick of listening to me yet?
No,
that was a really long Kim's Corner. I apologize. Well, guess what, you guys? I hopped on over to the Books Keep blog today, and you know what I found? A new post called Stick to Your E-commerce Resolutions. Not even kidding. I didn't even look at that until after I'd written my Kim's Corner piece. But, New Year, everyone's thinking the same thing, right? So we all focus on our resolutions in January, and then by February, most of us are going, resolution? What's a resolution? Like we forget all about them. So check out what Cindy Thomason has to say about keeping your business resolutions by visiting the Books Keep page at www.bookskeep.com/blog. She talks about setting and understanding your e-commerce goals, creating new habits, and financial goals. It's always good stuff over there.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked it out, you really should. I mean, there's so much great information, and it's a lot of it's free. You don't even have to sign up for anything to get a lot of the really good information she puts out there.
Yep.
Oh, thanks, V.
Oh, do we have a V sighting? Oh, yeah.
We do.
Yeah. Also, one thing when you're putting in for swag, make sure it's resolutions. I think that's the one we used.
Yeah, with an S.
So if you didn't do that the first time, just comment right now, #resolutions with an S, so you're entered.
Sorry, guys. I know that was probably a little confusing. You're just hearing resolution. Throw an S on there if you didn't already.
Put that in.
Just because we don't want you to miss out. Next time I'll pick something that's not plural, so it won't be as confusing.
I wish there was a way to combine two.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish you could just even if just it caught the word resolution.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it has to be exact.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, see, we learn something new every day. Like it's live and life is a learning curve, right?
Yeah.
Next time I definitely won't throw an S on the end of it unless it's something that ends in an S that's not plural.
All right. Now, social media. What do you have for us, Andrea?
So for social media, that Spotify has, what is it called? Spotify Unwrapped. Oh no, Spotify, the end of year thing that they do. We decided to do our own little unboxed video. So, Jeff, do you want to play that real quick?
Yeah, here we go. Oh, that was
I
very
love
well done.
that.
Yeah. Andrea,
was
you
really
did that,
good.
didn't you?
Yeah, I created it. It was
Yeah,
fun. It
that's
was a
awesome.
fun little
That was
project.
really good.
Thanks. Yeah. And we got all the information from Jeff and some other team members. So I thought it was really interesting. 1.1 million shipments created in
That's
Inventory
amazing.
Yeah,
Lab in
that's a
1
lot.
year. So
Of course, I just like seeing like the views too.
yeah, me too. Me too.
That's fun.
Yeah. So that was that. It was super cool. Next, we have an IL blog post by Cindy Thomason. And this is related to some tax tips on our blog. So make sure you check out that post as well. It's time to start thinking about taxes.
Yeah.
And it is January, but March is going to creep up on us real soon, I think.
Yep.
It is. And for everyone out there that uses any kind of independent contractors, just remember you need to get out the 1099s by before, I think January 31st is the cutoff. And if you have paid someone 600 or more, then that needs to be accounted for. If it's less than 600, you don't have to worry about it. 600 and over, that's the magic number. So if you do work with contractors, make sure to get those 1099s out by the end of the month.
And that's on the IRS website, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like those are linked here too. So
Yeah.
yeah, check out that blog. A lot of good info. Yeah, we need to have Cindy on. I think that's the plan here soon to have her on, talk about tax stuff
Oh, that'd be great.
coming up. Yeah.
Yep.
She's always very willing with her time, which is much
Yes, she
appreciated.
is. I just want to grab one question real quick, only because I can actually answer it.
Oh, there we go.
Danny asks, come on. My computer's it's still giving me issues. I can't highlight any of the comments. It's Danny Castine. What percent of sales, thank you, is typical to put back into advertising? The general rule of thumb, Danny, is between 7 and 8%. Now, if you can afford to do more, great. But general rule of thumb, 7 to 8.
How'd you know that?
Because I have done, because of past blog posts, just different things that I've researched when I'm like doing topics like this. It's just information that
super cool.
Yeah.
Kim's got all that info up there.
That gets stuck in my head. Yeah. I mean, not that, like I said, it's useless to me because I don't have my own business, but
Very cool.
Right on. All right. So, just a reminder that we do have customer coaching available. So if you want to check that out, you can check out that link. But if you want to find it within our app in Stratify, the desktop app, just go right up here, go to the Help Center, and then webinar customer coaching, and then you can pick one of the courses. We've got some more that are coming up. They're working on them now, so we'll be adding to this as the year progresses. So look for that.
Sign up for inventory management best practices.
That's a favorite. That's a favorite right there.
You want to spend some time with me.
And who doesn't? Who wouldn't want to spend time with you?
Exactly.
Right?
Get a full hour, small group, live session. We go over all the basics, but also the best practices of managing your inventory. So it's a great course. I love teaching it. And it's live. That's what's important.
Yeah.
So
you can ask your questions. Yep. That's the best part of it. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Got Amazon news.
Amazon news. All right. Well, our first story is a biggie. It was just announced yesterday, I believe, or maybe, let's see when he posted it. January 4th, so yesterday. Amazon will be laying off 18,000 workers soon.
Wow.
So Amazon says it plans to lay off more than 18,000 employees as the global economic outlook continues to worsen. Now, previously last year, they had said they were going to cut 10,000 jobs, but it looks like it has increased to 18,000 jobs. And this is according to a memo directly from CEO Andy Jassy, and that he shared with the employees. Looks like the job cuts are mostly going to be in human resources and Amazon stores. So those Amazon stores, which seem pretty new, sounds like they aren't doing so hot, maybe?
Yeah, that was just what, in the last year or two they started opening those, I
Yeah.
think. Something
Yeah.
like that.
So maybe they're just going to stick to e-commerce and not do the in-person shopping. But yeah, it's going to be 18,000 employees laid off from Amazon.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and it says in his memo, he recently met to determine how to slim down the company and prioritize what matters most to customers and the long-term health of our business. So, and just a interesting fact that I looked up: Amazon CEO Andy Jassy makes $212 million in annual compensation.
Well, I don't
Wow.
suppose he could cut any of that, huh?
Yeah, it's mostly through he has 61,000 shares of the Amazon stock, and that was granted him when he became CEO of Jeff Bezos. So it's mostly in stocks, but that is a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they haven't gone, full-blown Twitter yet here, but
Right, exactly.
still a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people. So they're making these cuts, and it looks like Facebook also made cuts to their Meta team. 11,000 jobs cut, which is kind of scary for people who work in the tech industry. I mean, there are a lot of jobs out there for tech people, but it's hard to move on, when you develop a set of skills and you're used to a company culture, and then all of a sudden that all just turns on its head. So,
Yep.
But yeah, it says that these layoffs will help them pursue long-term opportunities with a stronger cost structure. And he called the cuts a difficult decision. So the company will start informing affected staff on January 18th, he added. So not good news. Pretty sad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet, the fees increase for our users, which isn't really fair, but whatever. Now I'm just complaining. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's our show. You can.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was really interesting that they laid off that many people.
Yeah.
They're going to lay off
Yeah.
that many people. It's crazy. So
Yeah, almost twice what the report was in the fall. It's like right here.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, 10,000 people, and then they almost doubled it. So wonder what's happening behind the scenes there. We'll never know.
Yeah.
But
Till the book comes out.
Yeah, exactly. So our next article, third-party sellers made up 60% of Amazon sales this holiday, which is amazing, you guys.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think
Yeah,
there we go.
So Amazon's third-party sellers sold more products than ever this holiday season, led by surging sales among small businesses. Amazon said on December 29th that small businesses sold nearly 500 million items in the U.S. alone. That's just in the
Hey guys,
US.
welcome back to my channel. Surprise, surprise.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to move things and something just started playing.
I love that, especially when it's an ad, right?
Right? I was
Yeah.
what is happening?
Yep. But I thought this was amazing. About 2 million selling partners around the world sell through the store, according to the firm's November 22 Small Business Empowerment Report. And, third-party marketplaces have become a key arena in the competition between Amazon and its rival Walmart. We know Walmart's on the rise. But Walmart said that at the time its marketplace seller count had increased 60% this year on year, and its marketplaces draw 120 million monthly visitors. But I think Amazon is still the head honcho when it comes to small businesses selling sales, because that is a lot. 500 million items in the US alone. So
Yeah.
I can just picture the fulfillment center in my head, all those orders going out, and it's insane.
Yep.
It's insane.
All
So,
right. Thanks, Andrea.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And now it's time for Andrea again on.
This is a good Tales from Support, though.
Yeah.
Don't let the
good
music fool you. Don't let the music fool you, okay? So some great news. You probably received this email, but Amazon has fixed the manual processing fee issue when using Send to Amazon. And Jeff, if you want to pull up that email real quick. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
And let's see here. So originally, originally users were receiving manual processing fees from Amazon with box contents turned off in Inventory Lab. So this was incorrect. Obviously, you had prepped your own boxes, so there was no manual processing fee. Manual processing fees usually take effect if you are not providing box contents, or you're having Amazon label, stuff like that. So they have finally alleviated the issue. So to see if you've been affected by the FBA manual processing fee error, first you're going to want to go to in Seller Central, you're going to want to go to Inventory and then Shipments. And then after that, you're going to select any closed shipment from any time in the past few weeks. I think this started early November. So you're going to want to look up to early November to see if you've been affected and if you received any of these manual processing fees. And then once you get to the shipment, it will show your fees to the far right in the underneath the Send to Amazon workflow. That was another thing. No, it was both workflows, actually. It was the old workflow and the Send to Amazon workflow. So you'll be able to check it out that way. And if you were affected, please reach out to seller support. We cannot handle any refunds on the issue or anything like that. That will have to be sorted out with seller support. So that's good news. We do have another issue that's going on right now. It's the get prep instructions for SKU error. Now, some of you have been receiving this error when listing products through Inventory Lab. Amazon is aware and is working on the issue. It is a bug on their end, so there's nothing that we can do on our end to fix this. But it looks like with so Amazon used to do, the way we used to communicate and exchange information with Amazon was through the MWS. And that has now since been changed to Seller Partner API. And we think that this might be related to them changing the way that we communicate with them through the Selling Partner API. So it is a bug on their end, and we'll keep you all updated. If you run into this issue, please open a ticket with us at support@inventorylab.com, and we'll add you to our open case, and we'll be able to update you once this has been fixed. So
yeah, and it's really random too. Just random ASINs that generate that. There's no rhyme or reason.
very random.
Yeah.
Very random.
So you don't have any alternative but to just list it in Seller Central.
Yep.
So,
that's the only alternative. And we know it's not ideal and it stinks, but unfortunately this is an Amazon error and we cannot do anything on our end. Yeah. So it stinks, but It's what we
Yep.
have to deal with right now. And finally, yes, you can use box contents and our listing process once the switch to send to Amazon is final. So once they get rid of the old workflow through send to Amazon, you can use your box contents in our listing process again, or you can still use it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to use box contents but want to track costs, you can use the send to Amazon file export from closed batches. And we have an article with steps on how to do that. But once, yeah, but you can use box contents again with the send to Amazon when that is final. And I believe that's going to be final March, did they say?
Yeah. I'm not sure the exact date. It's in March though.
Yeah.
Have to look that up. We'll have that for you next show for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, you can still use us just like you always have. We just still work in the background. It's just you won't be able to go directly to Seller Central and the old workflow any longer. But
Mhm.
yeah, and like Andrea said, you can also use us if you want to track your cost, but you want to create your shipments and send to Amazon. I mean, that's available, and that is
Mhm.
actually our quick tip today is where to locate that stuff. So
Quick tips, quick tips. We need
yeah,
some music for you. Quick
yeah,
tips,
we need a
quick
jingle.
tips.
Yeah. So after you send the batch feeds, and so for example, let's just pretend this has box contents off. You're going to review the batch. You're going to click submit. You would make sure to uncheck this so that you're not creating shipments, and then you'd click sync. I won't do it here because somebody's testing it. This is our test account. But then once you click that, your batch would close, and your batch will actually open up for you in the next screen. We take you right to the batch with it open, and it'll look something like this. And so all you have to do then is click on export and then send to Amazon step 1. And that's going to generate this file, and it's going to look weird. So you may want to change that to a file you'll recognize. And then just click OK. It'll download. And then you'd navigate to Seller Central and the Send to Amazon and upload it on the Send to Amazon page. It'd be a file upload. But if it's a new product, you got to give it a few minutes for the item to appear in your inventory, because if you don't, then you'll get an error when you try to do it. It won't recognize the SKU, and that's because they won't have it in their system yet. So make sure you see it in your inventory on your manage inventory page, and then you can go ahead and process that file. So pretty simple. And next, if you need me to demonstrate that further, I certainly can. We'll get to Q&A. So if you need to see that again, I can certainly do it. But I'm going to click into webinars. We do have some upcoming webinars we'll be doing in
Yay.
January. Yeah. So it's going to be related to the inventory valuation report. Some people will come on to and sign up for Inventory Lab because they hear about how we can do the inventory valuation. And that's handy if you're using a hybrid or an accrual-based accounting for your taxes, because you need your beginning inventory value and then you need your ending inventory value to use in those calculations. But our inventory valuation report will only give you that information if you've been a customer, and so you've already had an account with us, because it takes a snapshot each day. So it's not like something that can just be generated on the fly. So we have a couple of articles that show you how to do this, and it walks you through how to add in your buy costs if you weren't a customer, or maybe you joined late in the year and you didn't get that information. So we'll go over that. And we'll also go over the reconciliation if you're trying to reconcile between what Amazon sends you in the summary report and what you see in Inventory Lab, because those are different. Because Amazon puts everything in there, we only put in the reconciled orders or shipped orders. And so that's why you'll see that those are different sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll show you how to figure that out. And that's all I had for that.
All right. Should we head into some Q&A?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do it. All right. Let's go back to Jeremy. Jeremy coming in hot. So a question everyone wants an answer to: how do we add our eBay sales and expenses fast without entering them all separately in other income/expenses? Accelerus is cheaper and they do it.
So I did a webinar on this not long ago. Well, it was a couple months ago. And it's not really a smooth process to do that. But that's a great suggestion. It's possible that we could add that into a workflow process. Jeremy, if you want to send us that suggestion in support, if you haven't already. But what would help is also having an example CSV of what your export is from eBay so we can have a good look at that. I've got some old examples, but it may have changed over the years. What I did though, when you go to other expenses, and if there was a file, let's say I want to import a file, I'm going to select the file. Let's see if I have one here. I think I may have a buy list file. Yeah, okay. So eBay's is different, of course. But what you want to do is figure out where the category column is. And so those eBay files, they have a lot of stuff at the top of the CSV. It's all informational stuff. So you want to get rid of all that. And you'll have certain columns for what the file has. I can't remember. Maybe it's a transaction ID, or a category, maybe the category that the item is sold under. If you want to keep track of that, you would just connect that column. Same with your cost, the date, description. Now that's for expenses. So you'd have to add in the cost column because eBay won't have that cost column. So you're going to have to do some modification to that CSV from eBay. So you'd want to add in a column for cost. So you could add that in here. I found the simplest way is just to take an aggregate of it at the end of the month, save that CSV file, and just put in the income less expenses here. Proper accounting would be to put in your income and then also put in an alternate expenses transaction there. But depends how detailed you want to get. But it's definitely something, if we have more and more people that are actually selling on eBay and want something like that. I did talk to a developer once about this, and they said that it's possible we could fit that in. So yeah, give us, if you can send that suggestion and include an example CSV. We're not going to use your information publicly. Don't worry about that. But it gives the developers, an example of what a CSV file export from eBay looks like, so that they can then tailor, if they're able to do it, then tailor that with the process they come up with. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind doing that, that'd be great.
Yeah, and you can reach out to us at support.inventorylab.com with that.
The biggest issue is that we can't upload the buy cost.
To be honest.
So yeah. So I mean, I may be old, Andrea, but I did know what TBH meant.
Okay,
so,
good. Just
making
sure.
I know I need to shave, right? I look like I'm like 80. Not that there's anything wrong with being 80, but I'm not quite there yet. So, Yeah, you can't upload the buy cost. Yeah, you would want to do that here and other expenses. So yeah, I'll have to ponder that. Maybe I can jump on a call with you sometime. So make sure you tell them to reach out to me and forward your email to me as well. And then we can jump on a screen share so we can kind of go over that in the different scenarios. And I'd be glad to do that with you.
Oh, it looks like Dave Harrington has a suggestion. You can use the custom SKU option on eBay and track that way. So sounds like you can do custom SKUs on eBay as well.
Okay.
I don't know anything about selling on eBay. I'm really sorry.
I've
But
done
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. Probably nothing to the level of
Our users,
our
yeah, our
users. Yeah.
customers, yeah. But yeah, thanks for reaching out, Jeremy. Yeah, just shoot us an email at support@inventorylab.com. And that way we'll be able to open up a suggestion with our developers and see if we're able to implement a more streamlined process for getting your eBay transactions entered into Inventory Lab.
All right. What else we got here?
Looks like we got Danny Castine. I just got started today and saw this. My account did the initial sync, but there's no inventory showing. Do I need to upload a CSV file? And if so, where do I export it from in Seller Central? So you actually don't need to do any sort of exporting or importing from Seller Central. We sync automatically with your account. I'm trying to think of some reasons why your inventory wouldn't list or show up. It could be that you're not selling on the US marketplace. That is a requirement. It could
Pro
be,
seller account on the monthly.
yeah, seller account on the monthly. But we get this information automatically from Seller Central. So there's no need to do any of the manual stuff, like exporting or importing anything.
Yeah.
But if you could, please open a ticket with us too about that. We do have kind of a little backlog from the holidays. I know it's not ideal, but we'll get to your question as soon as we're answering them in the order that they're received. So we'll get there. We just need, we've got all hands on deck right now. So yeah, just open a ticket with us at support@inventorylab.com. And if your initial sync, that way we'll be able to get your email address, your user information, log into your account, and take a look on our end and see what's going on the back end as well. So.
And also, if you think these are great selling items here on the screen, we have no idea. We just pick random items. So this stuff, it's not like these are great sellers, but some of them we can't even sell. Well, this is our test account, so we can't sell any of it. But
I don't know, those Folgers.
well, yeah, it's always Folgers. There. I'm trying to think of the jingle now, but there's a Folgers jingle, and I know there's one, but
Something
can't
about
think of it.
Folgers in your cup. The best part of
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Best part of waking up. Folgers in your cup. I'm not going to sing it, but
yeah,
we'll just say the words.
yeah. There was one. Something about costs.
It looks like Danny did open up a ticket. So Danny, we'll get to it as soon as we can. Okay. And then we'll be able to take a look at your account. Sorry, it's not ideal, but we do have that holiday backup. So we'll get to it as soon as we can. Okay.
All right, Cheryl, speaking of taxes, which report will show the cost of goods for the archived inventory? So whenever you delete something now in your inventory, we don't lose track of it. We put it on the archived inventory page, and it stays there for up to 2 years. And then I think it automatically is removed if there's no activity on it. But that at least will be available for any sales that are generated after you've deleted it. So you can just click on that, switch it to archived, and it'll show you all of your archived inventory. And then you can then export right here, and that'll give you a list. But that's how you do it. That's merchant and also FBA. So there's a archived inventory page for both. So
I love the archive inventory feature.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, you used to have to, I don't know if many of you are familiar, but you used to have to import into sales the buy cost for inventory that was no longer in your system. Like if you, for your history, past history, and now this kind of keeps track for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So
Yeah.
looks like Chrissy Pop making an appearance.
So that she's singing in the comments.
Gonna sing. So.
Any other questions?
I think there was, you know what? There was one about, it wasn't a question, it was a resolution. So Cheryl, learn how to use IL to its full potential. We hear this a lot, actually. So don't think you're alone. Printing your labels as you list. It's a huge time saver. So check into that. Get a Dymo, Zebra Brother, or Rollo printer. It's thermal printers will work with us. You can still print those in the 30 up labels, but it is so much better when you use a thermal. And if you need Cheryl, if you need a one-on-one to go over them, I could do a one-on-one with you and go over some of the things that you're not sure about. And anybody currently in this, just feel free to reach out to support, and I can set that up with you. So just say on OpenLab, I heard Jeff said he'd do a one-on-one with me, and that applies to anybody in here currently. It's not for like the 2 years later replays that you might see if you're watching it 2 years from now, but because the system may change by then. But for the current viewers right now in the live show, just open up a ticket and just put my name in there, and I can set you up on a one-on-one, and we can go over some of that stuff. So
it's fun to print your SKUs with a Dymo, and make sure you get a thermal printer that is compatible with Inventory Lab. We've had a few tickets opened up with some printers that are not supported by IL Print, so they actually cannot print the SKU labels. But if you look at our support portal, you'll be able to find, if you just search compatible printers, you'll be able to find which printers are compatible with Inventory Lab. So, good times.
Oh yeah, if you have that free printer, we used to have problems with that Zebra printer, just because UPS printers are interesting, but that may have been resolved. So yeah, IL Print, or no, we use IL Print for Dymo, Rollo. I don't think we'd use for Zebra Brother, do we? Or is it for that as well?
It's for that as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's been so long since I did a printer share.
I do them all the time. They're fun.
All right. Just setting up the giveaway here. So
woohoo.
All right, last chance to get resolutions. #resolutions with an S into the chat to enter to get some swag. Hop out of bed, turn my swag on.
Oh gosh, giveaway tool didn't let me. Wish I'd make it part of the app.
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be great. We should speak to Hopin.
Yeah.
Did you know that Hopin owns StreamYard, Kim?
I did not.
Yeah, we learned that the other day.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, 7 Exchange LLC. Make sure you put an S on that. Resolutions.
There you go.
There
Yeah,
you
see,
go.
they're on top
There
of
we
it.
go. Perfect. There we go.
Chrissy, what are you putting in hashtag resolutions?
Right.
We'll just send you swag if you want it.
Yeah.
You work for us.
So you can't
What are you doing?
you can't put in 2 hashtags. It will only let you do 1.
No, I don't think you can. I've never tried it.
Should we try
I
it?
want for let's try it. Why not?
All right.
I want to make sure we get
Same.
everybody entered.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it thinks it's all one
Oh,
group.
it makes okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. Lady Red made it.
See, Kelly's got a point.
Well, Kelly, you got to put in hashtag resolutions.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Really? We're gonna see, guys. I
Lady-
would have said just send it to them because they
Wait a
work
minute.
for IO.
Special shout out to Lady Red. How are you doing?
Yep.
Glad you
Yeah,
showed
Lady-
up again.
Where were you today, Lady Red?
She was waiting for OpenLab to start. So
But we didn't get the funny.
all right, here we go.
All
We're
right.
gonna start. There you go, Kelly.
All right. All right. Just in time.
All right. How many we giving away? You guys decide.
What does our inventory look like?
Yeah. How are we doing on swag?
I think we're doing all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we do 5?
Yeah. Let's do 5. It's right after the
Okay.
holiday. Let's do 5.
Sure. All right. First one. Here we go.
Congratulations, Robin.
Hendrickson.
Yay.
There we go.
All right. To claim your swag, shoot us an email at support@inventorylab.com with a good mailing address, and we'll be able to send your swag out in the next coming up weeks.
There we go. All right. I forgot the little applause there for Robin. Okay. Okay. Next one, number 2.
Kim
Yay.
Kim.
Sephora Gunlock.
Tim,
Good
great
job.
name. Congratulations.
Yes.
So remember, just send us an email at support@inventorylab.com with your mailing address, and we will get that on the way to you. My favorite word is support@inventorylab.com, by the way, if you haven't noticed that this episode. Laura.
Laura.
Congratulations, Laura. Jeff, Lady Red says she didn't get her swag from before.
She didn't send us an email with her
Well,
mailing
that's-
address at
she realized
support@inventorylab.com.
There you go, Lady Red. That's how you get it.
And you missed all the funny. There wasn't a lot of funny today. You didn't really miss anything.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Marianne
Yay,
Schneider.
Marianne. Are you
All
guys
right.
getting messages? Of course we are.
One more.
Lorena
Lorena.
Martinez. Yay.
Congratulations. Yay.
This is awesome.
All right, Lady Red, send us an email and tell us where to mail your swag to. And everybody else that won today, send that email to support@inventorylab.com so we know where to mail it.
Yep.
And Marianne, I see you didn't get your last one, but we just got the rest of the swag in. So there's a bit of a delay. So it could be a week or two. We're just getting that stuff out. So
Uh-oh, you guys are going to storm the lab.
Yeah, we
Uh-oh.
don't need that.
I think I'm in the bunker. Some of the fun stuff you did miss today.
Okay,
there,
all right.
Lady
There
Red.
was, granted, there was. Go ahead,
No.
show it. I know what you're gonna. Yep, that's me.
Kim,
You're the rat.
she was born in Year of the Rat. So
I love my
there we
little
go.
rat body. By the way.
Yeah.
You look so cute. You look adorable.
The ears.
Yep.
It's
So
funny.
cute.
Yeah.
With an abacus,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
she's
what
ready
that
to
is.
go.
just in
That's
case.
what it was.
Why an
So-
abacus? That's weird.
I don't know. And what's in the bag? Are those potato chips or potatoes? What are they?
I don't know.
Hey, look, I just stole the images. I didn't.
See, I don't know enough about Chinese culture. I
Yeah.
don't know. Oh, Lady Red, of course you're a dragon.
You
Everybody
know who else is a dragon, Lady Red?
Yes, all the cool people, all the cool kids are dragons.
Patrick Swayze. So you got that in common.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess, yeah. Do we have anything? Nothing
Any
else.
other
I
last
guess?
questions before we head out?
Thanks everybody for joining us today. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, thanks,
Good crew.
guys.
great questions as always.
Fortune
Fortune
cookies.
yes. I mean the cheese would
Oh,
have sense, but yeah, I know I didn't see fortune
okay.
cookies.
Yeah, that makes
I don't
sense.
know who the artist was, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's clear now, but
yeah. Okay. All right.
oh, Lady
Lady
Red
Red,
has a question.
Question real quick. Which question?
Uh-oh. Something tells me it's not going to be IL related.
Well, that wouldn't be any fun.
While we're waiting for Lady Red,
Yes.
7 Exchange LLC came in a bit late with the new Amazon workflow being implemented. Would there be any different procedures we would have to do? No. You can still use our list and prep and batch process, create your shipments and do all that. And it's all done in the background in the API, so it doesn't change anything. It's just when you go to Amazon, it'll be in the send to Amazon page instead of the old workflow once they switch it over. So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
All right,
no
Lady Red's
change.
question is there.
Oh,
It's
a lot of
Chrissy.
work.
Yeah.
It's Chrissy.
How do you stay so fabulous?
She's magic.
Wow.
Chrissy is the queen. Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just
Chrissy.
follow her lead. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's our secret.
That's it.
I'm sure she gets that from you though, right, Lady Red? She follows your lead on that. Am I right?
Yeah, of course she does.
Yeah. Can't wait for my next review. Remember when you said,
Maybe Lady Red could do your next review, Jeff.
yeah, she can join Chrissy and I. She can stick up for me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's that. Thanks everybody again for joining us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
See you in a couple
All
weeks.
right.
Take
Bye,
care,
everyone.
everybody.